What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. How's everybody doing today? Today's video. Wait, who was that? Get my phone turned off right now. It's Verizon. Leave me alone. I don't want your service. Hold on. Where am I at? There we go. Sorry about that. So today's video is gonna be different. I had planned on doing something else. Then I had something happen this morning that it made me feel good, but it's also sad at the same time. And I'm telling this story not to pat myself on the back, but like with everything else, man, to see if we can provoke a thought and positive action. Okay. So yesterday, my lady and I decided we were going to go out to a nice restaurant and have a really good dinner. Okay. We did that. However, their drinks were very strong. Let me move this a little bit. Their drinks were very strong. Next thing you know, I tell my lady, hey, why don't you invite your friend, one of your friends? So her friend comes over, and long story short, we were there way too long, had too many drinks, and spent way too much money. But we made a memory, and we had a good time, right? So we came home, and this morning, we had to go and grab the cars, right? And I'm hungover. Normally, I don't get hangovers, right? But we really did it last night. So I was feeling like crap, and my lady was feeling like crap, right? And I said, you know what? Do you want me to bring you anything before I head home? And she was like, no, it's okay. And then she said, oh, you know what? Yeah, can you get me, And there was a couple things. So I go to the store. She just wanted a bottle of Tapatio and a bottle of lemon juice, right? For her sopa that she was going to eat. She knows how I am. I want to buy in her, those are her flowers right here. And I want to buy in her like a little, it was a little like vase. It was a nice thing, just so, because I know she's not feeling good today. I bought her a little thing of flowers. Bought her Clamato, the michelada ones. There's no alcohol in it, but, that way the little spice might help her out, whatever. I didn't grab a cart. I didn't grab one of those little, things you carry this stuff in. So I got stuff in both of my hands and, under my arm. And I walk up to a line to pay, right? And when I walk up to pay, there was an elderly white woman there. White hair, cute little lady, right? And I'm about to put my stuff down, and she sees me, right? And she goes, you know what? Go ahead. You can go ahead of me. And there was another chick in front of her already, finishing up. And she didn't have that many, like, I had 4 or 5 items, and she probably had like 10 maybe. So I was like, it's okay, I'm fine. And she goes, no, go ahead. She goes, those flowers won't set too long or something like that. But something about the flowers, right? So I said, all right, you know what? Thank you. And I got in front of her, and I started, putting the stuff on the thing, right? And I looked at her because I didn't want her to hear me. I looked at her, and she was reaching into her cart for like the last couple things. And I leaned over to the clerk, and I told her, I'm paying for her groceries. And she was like, huh? And I said, I'm gonna buy her groceries. So make sure you bring up her stuff with mine. Okay? She said, oh, all right. She kind of had like a look in her eyes like, wow. And so when she was ringing my stuff up, she went to grab one of her items, and I looked at her before she could say anything, and I said, don't worry about it. I'm paying for your groceries. And when I said that, she turned and looked behind her, like if I was talking to somebody else. And then she looked back at me. She goes, excuse me? I said, no, I'm going to, You were kind to me, so I'd like to pay for your groceries if you don't mind. And she started crying. She was like, oh my God, are you serious? I said, yeah. And she looked at the clerk, and she told the clerk, he's going to make me cry. And the clerk was like, me too. And the lady, wants to, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it was, whatever it was, but she reached into her purse and she pulled out sunglasses because I guess she didn't want people to see her crying in the store. And she started crying, right? And so I wait, and, she rings everything up. And I pay for it, and I tell her, you have a wonderful day. And she said, she was still crying, and she says, can I give you a hug? And I said, of course. So I gave her a hug. The chick that was in front of me had heard what went down, I guess. And so when I was walking out to my car, she was parked next to me, and she saw me. She said, that was a really wonderful thing you did in there. I said, oh, thank you. I took my car, I spun it around so I can come back out, and I saw the lady again. I rolled the window down, the older lady, and I said, you have a wonderful day, all right? And she was like, thank you so much. God bless you. Now, it felt good, man. It felt good to do that. And these are the things that I want to start doing more of, right? But now, I'm a thinker. Sometimes maybe an overthinker, right? I like to analyze interactions and shit, right? And while it felt good to help that woman, it also made me think. That lady was probably 70 years old or so, maybe even older, right? And obviously no one had ever done that to her before or done that for her, right? Imagine that. 70 or 80 years on this earth, a woman. And no one has ever had done an act of kindness like that for her. That says a lot about humanity, right? Because when I saw that she wanted to cry, I'm thinking, I'm a fucking ex-convict, ex-gang member, convicted killer, and no one else has done this for this woman. And it's like the clerk cried too. So you would think her working in the store, she's seen shit like that before, right? I don't know, man. Maybe, I guess because in a lot of things out here, I'm naive. I don't like to even say that. But I'm saying right now, anybody who sees this video, who has the means, and I'm not of the means yet that I want to be. But I'm just saying, anybody who has the means, I'm asking you to do that. And it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be an older man. It could just be whoever, when it strikes you in your heart, man, when you're right there and, you look back and you see what they got and, and this lady didn't look poor or anything like that. I was returning a favor. She didn't have to let me ahead of her. That was an act of kindness. She was being nice. And I felt, you know what? Let me make her day. We made a memory together, She will never forget that, and neither will I. The clerk will never forget that, and neither will I. The other chick that saw it won't forget it. And again, me with my past, being the first one in that woman's life to do that for her, we got to get better, man. Especially right now with everything that's going on, all the turmoil in the world, all the bickering, the cost of living. If you can, do it, man. And watch how good you feel. But then you're going to hopefully ask yourself, like I did, like, how come no one has done this before for this person, this man, this woman, whoever it is. This video is one of those, again, that I know won't get a lot of views, but these are the ones that I know that they get to who they need to get to. I have a feeling that at least 2 or 3 of you guys will do what I'm asking. And let's just call it our social experiment. You know, I almost pulled my camera out and talked to the woman, but I was like, I don't want to make it about that. And then, like I said, I'm not bringing this up because I want a pat on the back. I'm bringing this up because I want more people to do the same. I want you to experience the good feeling it is, but also create that memory with somebody. And if you have kids, make sure they're there. That way they can see the good father or the good mother you are. That's an example they will never forget. And they'll do it too when they can for your grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm tired of us being in this cycle where criminality and violence is okay. And, you know, we need to create new cycles. And it's going to take a lot of acts of kindness, man. So with that said, everybody, please be safe, be smart, tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.